Okay, so this is an address that rings into my atmosphere a little bit. This is the name that rings into my atmosphere a little. Not to say that it's not my situation or somewhere I lived, but it rings into my atmosphere, which means that it has a cause and effect. Well, it has to do with Eric Sean Purcell, which is currently my estranged husband that is kind of like an ex-husband in a way because he doesn't live here and he no longer can have physical contact with me. He has been very violent, um, and I used to take his ex-wife on a little errand to the Navy Federal and get her $1,100 out of the bank that was sitting there in a U.S. market. And I took her grocery shopping and then had lunch with her and then took her to my apartment because she wanted to see what it looked like and wanted to clean it. She had a good spirit about her when she wanted to clean my apartment, but I didn't think it was that dirty. I was like, it's not that dirty here. Some days it got dirty. They're dirtier than most, but it was not that dirty that day. According to a Japanese standard, it might have been. But they delivered carnations, her family did, to our home. That still does like a save and trade on the University Avenue. I don't know what it's called. Is it save and trade or just stand still? I don't know. Hopefully they no longer do that. Hopefully they go up back to like being a peaceful place where they just serve their customers and have aloha in their spirit, like it should be. And the next place is that really does bother me a ton, which I don't understand totally because I don't really have any affiliation with them all the way at all. And that's called Alaska. No, it's Alaska. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that with you. Alaska Jitters Coffee Shop. It's a business that did manipulative networking through a German intel and tried to do negative networks on my head and on my Facebook. So, and they still do that, and they've been hurting me in a digital respect for a very long time since I've known them, since I met them here in Hawaii. They went to a Kauai wedding where my brother used to live, and I used to vacation there without my ex-husband, like feels like my ex-husband now, Eric Sean Purcell. I visited there without him in Kauai. My mom did some travel through Kauai without this situation, and they are not involved in my situations. Although they try very hard to be involved in my situations in a very bad way. They try and steal information. They try and steal my good information and make it into very bad information and then tell me I can't afford it, which I could afford it. Here's another one. And then they start networking through their parking lot with sushi and all that. I'm sure it's all set up for a puzzle piece to put together. Then there's Odd Man Rush, which Eric puts on his computer and then has his beers all paid for through whatever maintenance he does in the community. And then so I don't really agree with this situation. So I don't agree with that. I don't agree with Odd Man Rush coming into our life and monopolizing it through our experiences, through Eric Sean Purcell and Donna Purcell, which is me, Donna Purcell, through a network that has people that are uninvited into my space. I have no freedom in my life. So I need my freedoms back. You can't come into my space and monopolize my situations through churches or whatever it is. I am wanting my freedom and my rights back as a voting right citizen and someone with a creative mindset that has been making jewelry and decorating our home and getting married and going to schools and doing our homework. I need my experiences back. I don't need anyone to intrude on my life any longer. especially in Germany, through a German network, through a military force, and through a United States military force. I need that over with. I need to have my life back. And so I'm tired of going through a political system with people that I decided that I was going to stand out of. I would stand into a social system with people, into a social environment, but I would not stand in one with people that want to fight and hurt my body like they currently are right now. And I'm going to mention Straub Hawaii Kai, that I had a good situation with back in 2003. And now I have like a hard situation to deal with through a medical entity that is really harming my body and going after my livelihood through my husband, Eric Sean Purcell. I need it to end. And you don't need a deal. I will never give you one, Eric Sean Purcell. Even the person that's sitting here with this situation, he will not get a deal through you. Aloha.